I'm a little sick, but the show must go on. It's season 15, so we gotta make a tier list. Just excuse my voice the best you can and focus on the actual characters. The tier list I used did have the new Nejire and overhaul skill sets, but I didn't include them because I thought it would be a little unfair and too early. But anyways, I don't want this to be too long, so I'll just get started. So the first person I put in D tier was Strike Dabi. His damage is high, but that's pretty much all he's got going for him. His attacks aren't great in the meta, and they're difficult to hit against certain characters, and also impossible to hit against other characters. I'm pretty sure this is one of the colder takes, but if you're gonna advocate for him being above D, I'd love to hear what you think. Also, I haven't put them in order like within the tiers, so everyone in the tier is just on the same level. A lot of the characters will be interchangeable, so that leaves room for you to tell me your opinion, I guess. But also in D tier, I'm gonna put Twice, and if you saw the video where I decided who was the worst in the game, it was between Strike Dabi and Twice for me, so that's probably not confusing for you, but pretty much no one watched that, so you know, it is what it is. But yeah, Twice's clones are just really weak and easy to destroy, and they don't do great damage. And on top of that, he's got subpar movement, so there's really just not a lot going for him. I don't think I need to say too much about Twice and Dabi in this tier in general, so I'll just go ahead and move up to C. Tech Dabi is the first in C tier, and he's really good at controlling space, but that's pretty much all he can do. If his alpha wasn't so slow, I think he'd be a lot better, especially in the current meta where everyone's in the sky. But it is painfully slow, and aside from that, he's only got traps and then an AoE around him, so he's just not great. I've also got Overhaul in this tier for a lot of the same reasons. He's really good at controlling the AoE, but that's about all he can do. I mean, it sucks, but in the current meta, you kind of need range or the movement to stay away at distance, and it's like he doesn't have any of that. It's pretty much impossible to hog down or get away from certain characters like All Might, so that just leaves you hoping for an ideal situation where they chase you into a building or something. I mean, you can try your best to lure them in, but a decent player is not going to chase an Overhaul into a building unless they're actually 1 HP and don't have their special. Again, Strike Shigi's here for the exact same reasons. AoE super good, damage super good, just can't touch Nagano or All Might when they're flying in the sky. Like, actually can't touch them even if he wanted to. You can lure into a building, but who's gonna chase a red Shigi into a building? It's like a lot of the same things, you know, common themes here. They're bad for the same reasons, and it's really mostly the meta and like characters that directly oppose them. Moving on to Mount Lady, who is also gonna be C tier. Her punches are slow, and when she uses her special, she takes way too much aggro. She needs a little more damage reduction, but not too much, because I don't want her to be broken. Once they find that sweet spot, and if they buff her punch speed a little bit, she'll definitely be high B, low A tier. Like, she does good damage, she just gets melted in her giant form, especially late game. Also, C tier is gonna be Assault All Might. He just feels super slow to play and like super clunky. Like, there's really no fluidity to his gameplay at all. I mean, I've seen some good ones and they make it look okay, but even watching it, like, you can tell it's not fluid. And All Might's special is good in general, but I feel like Assault All Might doesn't really use it well. Like, he's got a tornado and he's got a dash into a tornado punch, but it's like he's not using the momentum from his super jump very well, especially compared to Rapid All Might. Next in C is gonna be Nejire. She just gets beamed out the sky. Her aerial movement isn't super good, especially compared to other characters. The fact that she has it makes her decent in general, and she's definitely playable. I know I said there wouldn't be rankings within the tiers, but I'd put her at the top of C and maybe low B, honestly. But it's like, even though she can move in the air, she's not moving far and she's not moving fast. So against characters with no movement, she's decent, but against like actual meta characters or close to meta characters, she just gets stomped on. Assault Kendo is next, and her shield is great, honestly, but that's, I'd say, her best ability. And when your best ability is just hard defense, I mean, yeah, it's a niche, she's a niche character, but like, we've got to talk about overall, right? Aside from that one category where she excels so much, she's not very great. Her damage options are okay, I guess. There's not movement options there, and the damage options are quite situational, to be honest. Another defensive character is gonna be Momo, honestly, for a lot of the same reasons. She doesn't have range damage options. Her cannon is great for defense, her wall is great for defense, but actual attack options, she's really lacking. I know she's support, and again, she falls into that niche, but we've got to talk about overall in this video. Although I could see Momo low B because she has a lot of utility. She gets free reses, free loot, and that's actually all, but you get the point. Next up is gonna be Assault Kirishima. Now, honestly, his movement isn't as bad as you think. He can get really high into the sky. His punch is just really slow, and it's a major damage option, so using that cooldown for movement isn't ideal. I mean, there's a lot of characters you have to do that for, but he doesn't get many charges, so it's just a risk versus reward at that point. But his lack of damage options at range is really why he's this low. I mean, when you've got Armor Might and Nagant flying through the sky, there's nothing you can do. His kit itself isn't really bad, it just cannot hold up right now against what we've got in the game. The last member of C tier is gonna gonna be Assault Deku. I don't know where it was, but I seen someone say that to play Assault Deku right now, you've really just gotta be top 10 in the game. I feel like there's some truth to that. He's got good range damage, good movement damage, and he's got a close range smash. The set itself is good, it's just that the cooldowns are atrocious. He doesn't get a second movement ability until level 9 on his Y, and his beta gets one charge at all levels. Like, this is outrageous. No wonder when I fight Assault Deku, they just spam alpha. It's the only move they got. Alright, it's time to move up to the B tier. I'm gonna start this one off with Mr. Compress. Now his damage is crazy, especially for a support. I mean, in game they just jump into the sky and spam trucks down, like on the whole battlefield. It's ridiculous, especially in an open final zone. Compresses, they love that shit. His game was also really good, and the smoke cloud makes it difficult to tell which direction he goes in. So a good compress can fool you with that really easily. I feel like his beta isn't bad either, but it's most definitely the weak link of his abilities. It doesn't block all damage. Like, there are moves that can go through it, and you just have to not attack him when he's doing it. I mean, it's pretty obvious. That said, it is a good move to use when you're getting spammed from range, especially in a meta like right now. So his kit is really good and balanced all around. I feel like he's very solid, even broken in the right hands. Young All For One is also in this tier, and some will agree and some will say I'm absolutely out of my mind. I started playing the season he came out, and I thought he was the most broken character in the game, until I realized that when he does his AoE, he's standing literally still in the sky, and his flight mode in general is slow, like the one where he's actually shooting you, not the one where he's running away. His damage is good, but having that escape is honestly what has him at B instead of C in my opinion, just because when he's in the sky shooting and when he's doing his AoE, he's so free, like insanely free. And I've got both Togas here, and I'm going to talk about them together because they're here for the same exact reason. Their kits are only B tier because they're literally based around playing as a different character, so they can't have broken base abilities, you know, but you have to play as Toga. Like, you can't keep those stolen abilities for the entire game, which is why I have them at B tier. It's a good ability to have in your pocket, but you have to swap back to her base kit, which isn't as great, but still solid all around, of course. Now Assault Shigaraki is next, and he's okay. I don't have too much to say about him. He's got a nice combination of AoE and range, and he's got decent movement. He's honestly like a direct upgrade from Red Shigi, and I'm not sure why they decided to do that, but you know, yeah, he's a lot more solid than Red Shigi. He's really solid right now. He can pretty much handle most situations except for the, you know, unhandleable situations of broken characters. But yeah, not too much to say about him. I want to talk about Rapid Hawks next, and he's really good as like a support DPS hybrid. His damage is below average, but he does have range damage and really high utility. He can pick up and move teammates to height or wherever he needs to move them for a quick rest, and his Gamma applies perception without any tuning. Again, his damage is not great honestly, but he can survive in the current meta as like a support hybrid. Also in B tier is going to be Strike Endeavor, another just solid all-arounder. I don't have much to say about him. He's got really high damage and a movement special, albeit a very slow one. He's really only this low because other characters are so good, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see many Strike Endeavors, but I firmly believe he's a solid pick and will remain one. Next I've got Cementos, and he's good in his niche. I mean, he's a support character, so you know, him being unable to attack some characters isn't like too crazy. He excels at what he's good at, you know, creating cover, confusing the enemy, getting reses. He's good at those things. He's only this low because he's not hard meta and he doesn't fall with the meta very well, but he does have decent options against the meta, so I wouldn't put him too low. Okay, I've got another exception to make. These next two are going to be B tier, but I couldn't decide if they should be B or A, so these two are going to be a little separate from the rest of the B tier. Just know they could be A tier. Like, I could see them being A tier. It's kind of interchangeable. But yeah, those two are going to be Tech Denki and Tech Todoroki. I do think Denki is better just because of his tracking. His tracking is genuinely insane, but he does have to be like kind of far away to use it, otherwise it's really easy to punish. But he has stuns too, and he does crazy damage. I mean, that's why like he's really good, but he's also not necessarily meta, and he doesn't necessarily have insane tools against the meta, so I wasn't sure whether to put him B or A. He's kind of in between for me. And for Tech Todoroki, it's the same thing. It's just that his explosions do so much damage and the other are telegraphed and kind of easy to dodge, which is why I initially thought to have him B tier, but he's just so well rounded. Perfect offense, perfect defense, and his attacks go through walls and they can stun you in place. Like he's just got it all really, but not to an insane overpowered degree, you know what I mean? But that will do it for B tier, and we're gonna move into the A tier now. Heads up, this one has the most characters, so I'm gonna try to be as quick as I can with these ones, just because I don't want this to be 30 minutes long and I'm already at 10 minutes, haven't even got to A or S. But yeah, I put Red Denki in A, and honestly I think that might be a bit of a hot take. I've seen most people put him a little bit lower than this. I could see it being lower, to be honest. I do think he's better than Tech Denki. The fact that his A is a trap makes it kind of unorthodox and weird to play him, but he does insane damage. And his AoE move is actually insane when you combo it. He damn near is one-shotting you. Like, it's ridiculous when you do it right. Also in A, I've got Ibarra, and this makes me so happy to talk about. When she does her gamma, she now gains HP or GP depending on what she needs. So she can get straight back to full doing the shit. And if she gets the full gamma off, like she holds you for the max duration, she's gaining, what is it, 200 shield or health? Like, it's insane. Ibarra is really good. She still has to stand still to do her attacks, but I mean, she's gaining health or shield while she's doing that. So like, it's kind of a little safe, you know. I thought they were gonna give her a damage reduction on it, and I was kind of worried that would make her broken, but I'm glad they did this instead. Now she's just really good. She feels strong and good to play. She does high damage, she does high healing, she can res, like, I don't know, she might be like really high in A tier. Strike Kendo is next, and while she did get nerfed, she's still really good, to be honest. Her combos are insane. Like, she can damn near combo you from 500 health down to 0. But yeah, Strike Kendo is hella good. Her damage is still hella good. She's got decent vertical mobility and really good horizontal mobility. She's fast, she's quick, she can catch you. Honestly, just really good offense, really good defense, really good all around, above average for sure. Strike Hawks is an A tier as well, and he's really just rapid Hawks with way more damage. He still gets perception on his gamma with no tuning. It's just a little more difficult to hit than the rapid gamma, but the trade-off for that is that it stuns the enemy and does significantly more damage. His beta does a lot more damage, and it's a lot easier to hit against people that don't know he's gonna do it, because it has a little delay on it. And if you don't play Hawks or you aren't actively thinking about it, it's really easy to dodge into his path without realizing. And the alpha does a lot of knockback, meaning he can use it to juggle you around in the sky. He still has the same utility. He can pick up teammates and the tracking. Like, he's really just rapid Hawks, but with way more damage. Now Assault Endeavor is in this tier as well, and what separates him from Strike Endeavor is that even though his moves are telegraphed and he stays in the air for a long time when he does them, and his escape is really slow, his AoE and space control is like the best in the game actually. Shiggy's is really good, but of course he's grounded, so it kind of really puts him at a setback. But Endeavor's got the movement, he's got the flight, he's got the height, he can look over the battlefield and just spam AoE. Like, he doesn't really have to think, he can just throw the sun at people already fighting each other on the ground. Free damage, free kills. Like, honestly, the main reason he's A tier and not S tier is because of someone like Nagant or Armored All Might who can keep him in check when he's just flying in the sky. But yeah, he's really strong still. Another character who's really strong is gonna be President Mike. President Mike is hella good, hella underrated. I'd say he's the dark horse of the entire game. When he throws a radio down, it boosts his A and his B and just hits them from a second angle. So it's like you're getting hit with double alpha, double beta from 2 President Mikes. And his moves have really big hurt boxes as well, especially his beta, and it deafens you. Honestly, his beta might be one of the best like check moves in the entire game for at least characters that aren't in the sky for the entire match. If he hits a beta on you with his radio up, your guard is pretty much broken already, and then he shoots his alpha way too fast to be like even getting close to him. That's what I mean by keeping you in check. You know, you just keep your distance. Like I said, he's damn near controlling space just by existing. Don't sleep on President Mike, man. Anyways, the only other support to make it this high is going to be Kurogiri. His revive is a little better than other supports, plus Froppy and Hawks, of course. And that is because they res you in place, meaning you have to find your own means of escaping the enemy that just killed you, whereas Kurogiri takes you to a whole safe location to res you. He's also got really good team utility with the big ass Wraith portal he can make. That can be really good for rotating teams in final zones and moving around the map when you don't have movement characters on your team. He also does like a lot of damage, like way more than I thought. I rolled him the other day and like played him for a couple matches. His alpha lingers and does so much damage, especially when you're third partying a big fight and you throw that bitch on 2 people already fighting. Crazy third party damage potential. When I get Kurogiris on my team, I just feel so safe and secure, because I know when I get down, I'm just gone and safe and rest and back in the fight, full health, full shield. Like, it's amazing. Another dark horse gonna be Shinso. Now he got nerfed, and I've seen some people put him lower than A tier, but honestly I can't see him being lower than this. I think his kit inherently belongs here. Like, he has stuns, brainwash you, can make you drop res cards. I mean, anyone can do that with this tuning, but he can do it in base. He can make you walk straight towards him. His alpha is a stun that he can hit twice as a true combo, and then he can hit his brainwash and hit the true combo stuns again. Like Shinso's good, bro. I'm tired of seeing Shinso hate. Another character that gets a lot of hate in A tier is gonna be Froppy, but I think she deserves it. Froppy really just gets in and out the fight, third party shit, and finishes people off when they're low. And I do think it takes some skill to play her, because you have to know when to get in the fight, when to get out the fight. But more than that, her damage options are so lacking. She has pretty much one combo. She has a couple more if you include the melees, which you probably should. I mean, you kind of have to, because that's her only other damage aside from her A, which is her movement. So it's like, you really have to have some nuance with her gameplay and balance what you use her abilities for, and that takes a little bit of skill. but everyone hates when a Froppy comes and finishes them off because she comes up out of nowhere. You'll be thinking you're safe running from Scrap about to go heal, and then she'll just pull up on you out of nowhere and finish you off. That's why I think she's so good in ranked, because she's really good at finishing kills and escaping and staying alive, getting reses. Next for the A tier is going to be Strike Todoroki. When you first start playing this game, this is who you pick up and go crazy with for the first time. His alpha shoots fast and applies burn. He got high burst damage on his beta and is good for defense, and he can slide past, get away quick as shit, and freeze you on the way. Oh my goodness. Again, perfect offense, perfect defense. Like, Todoroki is just him, I guess. And the only reason he's not higher is because he can't get into the air at all. Full bullet Deku is going to be next. Now, his gamma is what makes him so good in my opinion. It launches him really high into the air when he wants it to, and he can use it for defense to barricade a room off or to just stop you in your path, be annoying, you know what I'm saying? He's highly mobile, and that's definitely favored in the meta right now. He doesn't really have as many tools at his disposal as some other characters. Like, his kit is pretty basic, to be honest, one of the more basic ones in the entire game actually, but he's just really solid at what he does. So yeah, A tier. Strike Bakugo is next, and between him, Strike Deku, and Strike Todoroki, I do think he's the best. Bakugo is really just like a raw damage monster. All of his abilities do crazy damage. His alpha is insane if you're hitting your shots. His gamma does so much damage and it explodes and does hella knockback. And then his grenade is just the perfect cherry on top when you're hitting your combos right. He's also got one of the best specials in the game, letting him fly as high as he wants pretty much. And it gets 2 charges. They come back relatively fast, especially if you leave your charge at 1 and let it recharge faster. Yeah, Bakugo is crazy. Next I'm going to talk about Tenya, and he just got buffed, so he has 4 of his alpha. And that lets him combo 3 times with his alpha and then have 1 left so it recharges faster, which is honestly a really good buff. It's great for him. Like I said, you can hit your alpha 3 times and still have 1 to get the faster reload, or you can hit 2 alphas into your beta, keep 2 alphas for escape. You know, it's like, it just gives you more options in the air and when you're fighting in general. He already had the best ground movement in the game, but now he's got more aerial movement, and when you combine that with his wall run, he can use it to kind of fling himself off walls and corners, and he could already do that, but again, with the added aerial movement, it just gives him more options when he does that. But yeah, Tenya mains are always putting in work. I respect him more than anyone in the entire game since he's so hard to play. A bit easier now with a full extra alpha charge, but still pretty difficult to play. Alright, next I want to talk about Rapid Mirio, and I feel like he's the poster child of A tier. Like, he's one of the most perfectly balanced, perfectly strong characters in the game. He feels really strong to play, but he's so balanced. His alpha is a dash, and he gets 4 charges at max, which means he can go crazy distances. He can be wherever he wants to be pretty much, and he gets invincible when he charges up that dash. His beta is good for escaping or sneaking up on an enemy or third partying. The sneaking aspect gets more difficult as you climb in the rank and go against harder opponents, just because they know the sound cue. Like, whenever I hear those sparkles, I know there's going to be a million coming for me and I need to roll. But either way, it's still really good for third partying and for escaping. His special is also good for escaping, although it can be kind of easy for some people to track you down if they have really good movement. But if you use that to get out of their sight and then just use your alpha to get away, you'll really be gone before they can do anything. Mirio is really good at getting in and out of the fight and just adding damage and pressure to every single person on the battlefield. And honestly, in the final zone, Mirio is like one of the most annoying characters you can come up against besides like Nagant and Froppy. Spent way too much time talking about him. We're gonna move on to Rapid Bakugo, also A tier. One of the most fun and oppressive characters in the game. He's hard to hit. His movement is insane. Final zone Rapid Bakugo is absolutely a menace. All 3 of his attacks do insane damage. He's got a good range attack, big explosion, flies through the air, drops bombs. Like, he's really just a walking nuke. I don't even know what else to say about it. And if you're hitting air melees after your special or your beta, you're just flying. You're soaring through the sky. Like, actually, honestly, the only reason he's A tier and not S tier is because his gamma cannot be used against opponents in the air. Like, you have to wait for Nagant to touch the ground before you can finally hit her ass with it, but he's still super good. Next I'm gonna talk about Tamaki. Having the ability to poke with your alpha before pulling someone in with their same alpha is an insanely underrated ability, and because of this, he doesn't have to use a different ability to get that poke damage or to get that pull damage into a combo. He can just poke with alpha, pull you into a combo right into his beta, or a melee combo. He got the crab hands. His beta also gives him camouflage when he hits it, which is just a great thing to have in your base kit. So if he hits poke alpha into pull alpha into beta, and then he goes invisible, and then he fucking flies to this guy and hits you with a plasma cannon, you know, you can't even be mad, because that's just what they do, you know what I'm saying? Usually not the plasma cannon though, because it's hard to hit against people that aren't distracted, but still, for the power scalers out there, you'd say he has crazy hacks on his abilities. Newest character in the game, Tokoyami is next. Dark Shadow, call him what you want. He's hella good. Some people are saying he's the most balanced release. I'm not gonna argue with that since it's only A tier, not Mega S tier like some other newer characters. You know, I'll take what I can get. He is a little annoying to fight. I mean, very annoying to fight if I'm being honest. He's got a shield that's annoying. It's easy to break, sure, but he can get full mez off before you break it unless you're playing Armored All Might. There's some characters that have good matchups on him, like if you can get over his shield to attack him while he's trying to heal, or if you can catch him while he's trying to fly away, or still attack him while he's trying to fly away. But he's still really strong against a lot of the cast, and most of them can't catch him while he's flying away. So it's like he's pretty much got a really free escape in a lot of situations, which automatically makes him very, very strong. But yeah, I don't think he's like insanely broken or anything. He's just really, really strong. I've got Monoma next, and I don't need to explain to everyone why Monoma's good. The reason he's A tier and not S tier is something I do need to explain though, and not just because the nerf he got at the start of season 14, I think, or somewhere in season 14, where every ability he copies does 80% damage, so 20% reduction. But yeah, Monoma's kit is actually insane. His base kit is honestly good and underrated, but you know, of course, he can make a customized kit throughout the match, which makes him really, really good. You know, take Tech Shiggy Y or Nagant Y, take Rapid All Mights B, maybe Sheer Counter Lemillion A. Like, you've got a nice build there, you know what I'm saying? You could just make a whole build mid-match. Like, do I need to explain further? Before that nerf, he was probably the best character in the game and the best possible a character could ever be in this game. Like, Monoma's throne was crazy, dude. Actually, I take a part of that back. I think Nagant is more broken than Monoma ever was, but we don't need to open up that can of worms. Anyways, next up is going to be Tech All For One. Now, he is significantly better than Young All For One. I don't know how I ever thought the opposite. His Gamma late game is an actual nuisance, and the timing on it isn't too difficult once you learn it, but it's like if you're third party, then you're still in a fight with somebody, you can't just, you know what I'm saying, it could be a little difficult to get out of it. And the good ones always use it at the exact time when you don't want them to use it, or they just tap it and don't hold it so they can just toss you into zone. Specifically in final zones, it just adds so much pressure to everybody fighting each other. And if you happen to fuck up your dodge or just get third party at the wrong time so he pulls you in, you're gonna die to that beta. 100%, especially in final zones. It's just like free damage. Honestly, he's really just insane final zone. And the last character in A tier is going to be Assault Ochako. Her island is really good for healing or getting revives. Her alpha does insane damage and she can dash into it for more damage, and her gamma makes you flow, which is essentially a stun, meaning she can hit her alpha right after her gamma, and that's a true combo. Her beta is also really, really good for getting out of sticky situations, and it reloads super, super fast. It also does good damage. But yeah, you know, she's got the range, she's got the movement, she's got the team utility with the island, you know what I'm saying? Genuinely just an ideal kit, you know. She excels in every category pretty much, but not to the point where it's like overpowered, and she's not losing so much in any category. Like, she's really just balanced all around, but strong pretty much everywhere. Jack of all trades, master of none, except Jack like +2, you know what I'm saying? A little extra Jack. Finally, the moment you've been waiting for, we at the S tier. Starting off S tier, we'll put Aizawa, and that's probably a pretty hot take, or maybe it's not, I don't know. But no, 1v1ing a really good Aizawa is essentially impossible, like actually, because this whole kit is just stun. Cancel your quirk and then stun you, and then hit you, cancel your quirk, stun you, cancel your quirk, stun you. Like, what can you do actually? And I mean that as a genuine question. If you have a solution to Aizawa, let me know, because I don't know it and I need to know it. But it's like, you can't even be mad when they're doing that, because you know it takes skill to do. Like, you know, if you were the one on Aizawa, you wouldn't hit all them alphas, you wouldn't hit all them gammas, you wouldn't be stunning perfectly. Like, Aizawa being one of the harder characters to play in the game makes people forget how good he really is. Like, yeah, you have to be good with him to succeed, but once you're good with him, you're fucking crazy. Like it's really no in between. I've seen really bad Aizawas, and then once they get it, they're just really good, because his kid is really good. I've never seen like an okay Aizawa. Next, we gotta talk about Sheer Counter Mirio. That counter is the perfect ability to go against heavy damage dealers. It's perfect. They couldn't be better. Rapid All Might trying to DDT you, boom, counter. Tech Shiggy trying to slam you, boom, counter. You see my point. His alpha and beta also do damage while making him invincible, which means your teammates can't save you, and that also means he's a really, really good 1v2 or 1v3 character. And then he's still got the special to be able to escape whenever, and you can't even touch him. Sheer Counter is really just ebb and flow, you know? Get into the fight, pull out. Into the fight, pull out. I don't like how that sounds, but yeah, he's really good. He controls the pace of the fight really, really well. Also, he's one of those characters where the really good ones are really, 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 really annoying to fight. Like, insanely annoying to fight. And that's the case with anybody who's really good on their character, but this one especially, just because of how he leaves your sight and just comes back to punish you for trying to do anything. Rapid Ochako up next. When you combine her movement with her float, it's insane. It's better than Assault Ochako because she has a grapple, so that obviously is going to leave her flying through the air, especially with her float. She can traverse traverse most maps in probably 2 or 3 grapples. Like, actually, that's not even an exaggeration. Her beta is really good. It does insane damage when you charge it up, or if you keep hitting the opponent with it. Like, if you're close to them in close range, you can just keep smacking them in the head with that shit and then throw it at them, and it does hella damage. And you can float them with your Y. It's pretty much the same as a Assault Choco Y, except you can't hold it to get a whole fucking island. But I do still think she's better than Assault Choco just because of the movement. Like, the movement is such an important aspect. She can literally always get out the fight, and Assault Choco can too, which is why she's A tier, but Rapido Choco just does it better. Strike Kirishima is gonna be next, and this probably isn't too surprising. His movement is really good. He's fast as shit. His beta gives a shield, then does insane damage on the slam. His special cancels knockback, and he's got a big ass bowling ball he can throw at you. It bounces around too, so god forbid you're indoors or close to your teammates because you're all getting hit with that shit. He's honestly got too much movement to be doing that much damage and to have that much defense. Like, he's not really picking a category. Usually you gotta pick a niche, but he's got some of the best damage, some of the best defense, and some of the best speed and movement. So I don't know what they were thinking with that shit, but yeah, he's really good. Maybe a little too good. Alright, next up is gonna be Rapid All Might, and I think he is the last of like the normal S tier demons. There are those that think he's the best character in the game, and honestly I can see the case. I really can. His DDT, brain dead annoying. His Gatling, brain dead annoying. Way too much damage. He has to stand still when he uses it, so I guess it's kind of a fair trade-off. But you can't knock him back or anything. I mean, I guess he doesn't get damage reduction or nothing, so that's good. I'll just take what I can get at this point. But now what really makes him broken is his movement. I mean, I don't think I need to tell anyone. 4 dashes at level 7. He can easily traverse any map without using his special, but when he uses it, it's just butter chicken. He can pick up a teammate for an insta-res just like Deku can. All of his moves are insanely good. His damage is insanely high. It's just that his movement is like the icing on the cake that really makes him like damn near broken. I guess he's like the best not broken character in the game, for sure, actually. That's not even a question in my mind. Moving on to the actual demons, like the demons, like the I'm broken, please fix me demons. Gonna start with One For All Deku, and I would have put him in the normal S tier like a week ago since he got his infinite combo nerfed, but I got infinite comboed by One For All Deku yesterday. So yeah, I don't know how, I don't know if it's a new one, I don't know what it was, but that was absolutely all the evidence I need to put him in the S tier broken please fix me tier, because I've got PTSD with the shit. One For All Dekus have ruined my life. He's got one of the worst abilities you could put in a pay to win battle royale, a fucking tracking nuke, and he's got 2 of them. So yeah, enough said. Ultra S tier demon Tech Shiggy, nobody's surprised by this. Immortal Shiggy build still exists to this day. I don't know why they haven't tried to nerf it at all. I don't know what's going on with that, but Immortal Shiggy is the most annoying character in the game perhaps. When Tech Shiggy pops his Y, you just know you're gonna be in for a long ass battle, and I don't think anyone really appreciates that, but I mean, you can't argue with it. He's amazing. He's insane in the game. Even though his alpha is pretty easy to dodge, his beta has a second delayed impact, which makes it impossible to dodge pretty much, unless you just actually get out of range, because there's no way to time it right since it hits twice. His beta is brain dead easy to use, but when you watch him pop his gamma and then break his shield 10 times back to back, there's really truly no worse feeling in this game besides getting head tap maybe. Please, for the love of God, nerf his immortality. Ultra S tier demon Armored All Might. No shock, this dude is an actual pest. Like an actual pest. He has too much of everything. Too much escape, too much speed, too much height, too much damage, too much stun. Like why can't he freeze you and stun you in place with electricity? And fly away fast as shit. One character doesn't need so much to his kit. He has no weak point. Genuinely not a single weak point. And that's kind of the point of the suit in the show, but like, this not the show, bro. Lore accurate, we gotta make it lore accurate. That's not as important as making it balanced. Nobody wants to play against that shit. Armor All Might players will literally sit high as fuck where you're not expecting to get hit from, and just third party everything, freeze you in 3 shots, stun you. Like, genuinely, I know they weren't trying to make him super balanced, like they wanted him to be good so he would get pulls, but this is outrageous. Ultra S tier demon Lady Nagant. I don't know if she's better or if Armored All Might's better. Honestly, I want to say she's better and like more broken and more annoying, just because she got the head tap. Like why does she do so much damage at 1 shot? That's ridiculous, bro. It's not really that kind of game, you know what I'm saying? It's really not that kind of game. And the characters have so much health, so much shield, and she's still like one-tapping shields. Like, why? But yeah, everyone already knew about the Nagant problem, and that also applies to Armored All Might and Tech Shiggy. Ultra S tier demons. One For All Deku threw him in there too, cause fuck it, he's broken. But yeah, they all need nerfs. All 4 of them. Nerf them, please. Nerf them into the ground. I want to see a game where all 4 of them are fucking trash. That's my one and only goal. But yeah, I'm sure you don't agree with everything here. Maybe you disagree with most of it. I don't know. Shit, let me know. Let me know what I missed on, you know what I'm saying? What I hit on, shit, you know. Need my flowers too. But yeah, I'ma catch y'all.